Versatile, fiery competitor, true leader. Those are a few of the words those who know Beth Peterson Dollas best use to describe her. Add to that determination, hustle, and incredible speed, and what you get is an athlete who did whatever it took to succeed and help her team reach its potential. It was said by Chris Perry, former Amesbury High School's girls basketball and softball coach, that Beth practiced and prepared as hard as she played the games and always put her best foot forward. Beth found great success in field hockey, basketball, and softball while at AHS. When she took up field hockey in the fall of 1991, her freshman year, she did it to keep in shape for basketball. It was a great decision on her part and very fortunate for Coach Gail Kelleher and the field hockey program. Beth's style of play was always full speed, and according to Coach Kelleher, Beth had a great instinct for the ball and was able to get to it with her great speed. As a junior, Beth was the first player since AHS Athletic Hall of Fame member Christy Gleason to score more than 10 goals in a season. At the time of her graduation, she was third in all-time scoring behind Gleason and another AHS Athletic Hall of Fame member, Pam Gleason-Holt. Her steady climb to success on the field hockey field led her to both Cape Ann League Player of the Year award, as well as being awarded a Boston Globe All-Scholastic Award in 1994. Beth was also chosen to play in the Best of 60 Senior All-Star Game, where the top 15 senior field hockey players from each of the 4 sections of the state came together to showcase their talent. Not bad for having just picked up a stick 4 years before. In the winter season, Beth could be found on the basketball court, where she played 4 years of varsity for Coach Chris Perry. Perry, along with Coach Kelleher, both had a big impact on her. Their beliefs in her abilities from the get-go made her want to work hard. On the court, her self-proclaimed aggressive style of play served her well. She was a tenacious defender, always putting pressure on the ball handler. This led to many steals and layups. Fundamentally sound, Beth's scoring prowess led her to 713 career points. One of Beth's fondest memories occurred her sophomore season against Hamilton Wenham. She was fouled with no time left on the clock, with her team down by 1 point. Beth hit both ends of the one-on-one to win the game. Throughout Beth's basketball career at AHS, she was a Cape Ann League All-Star and All-League player. In her 4-year varsity career, she was also awarded the AHS Rookie of the Year Award, Most Valuable Offensive Player, and Most Valuable Defensive Player. On the softball diamond, Beth's speed and instinct for the ball was put to good use in both left and center field. In the outfield, she was able to track down anything that was hit her way. She also played second base for a season. One of her fondest memories playing softball for AHS came in the game Under Lights in Newburyport. With a runner on third base, the ball was hit to Beth in center field. She made a running catch, threw a strike to the catcher at home plate, and threw out the runner trying to score after tagging up. Beth's speed was also put to good use on the base paths, where she routinely led the team in stolen bases. According to Coach Perry, whether Beth was playing left field or center field, batting first or last, or putting down a sacrifice bunt, she always answered the call. As in field hockey and basketball, Beth was recognized by the Cape Ann League as an All-Star and All-League player, as well as awarded the softball team's Rookie of the Year Award, Offensive MVP, Defensive MVP awards over 4 years of varsity play. Coach Kelleher refers to Beth as the ultimate competitor. Says Kelleher of Beth, Beth brought desire and fierceness to each and every game. Although I only coached her in one sport, I thoroughly enjoyed watching her play all 3. In the heat of competition, Beth seemed tireless. Her natural, amazing speed was never affected by how incredibly hard she played. Today, Beth's determination, speed, and competitive spirit have brought her more athletic success. She is a very successful marathon runner, having competed in many half and full marathons from coast to coast. Beth often comes in first. Those who know Beth are not surprised by her success. She has been successful in all her athletic endeavors. Coach Perry calls Beth an excellent role model for her constant hard work. As a teacher, wife, mother, competitive runner, Beth continues to be a role model to many. She feels fortunate to have experienced the shots or types of plays in the field that as an athlete you dream about. She set the standard high for herself then, and it continues now. Congratulations to inductee athlete Beth Peterson Dollas, class 1995.
With her presenter, Emma, her daughter, Beth Peterson Dollas.
So I guess the theme of tonight is that none of us claim to be public speakers, but I'm not a bad public reader, so I'm going to do that. It is such an honor to be here tonight, and I'm so proud to be a member of a community that values and supports such a wonderful event. From the coaches to the athletes to the supporters, we are all in great company this evening. There are many people I have to thank for helping to get me here today. Of course, I would like to thank the athletes that played alongside me throughout the years, from the upperclassmen whom I looked up to in my first few years, to the younger athletes that I hope I inspired as I finished my career at AHS. The bonds of camaraderie made on the field and the court are unlike any other. To my coaches who always believed in me, sometimes even more than I believed in myself, they always pushed me to be better than I thought I could be. Pam Holt, Jackie Waters, Kathy Mamikos, Gail Kelleher, and Chris Perry, I thank you. I would also like to thank my dad, who was my first coach, my brothers, who are my first competitors, and not much has really changed there, except that I beat them a lot more now than I did then. I always looked up to them and wanted to do whatever they were doing. I even wore their hand-me-downs. When David stopped playing dolls with me to go play baseball, I wanted to play baseball too. That's where it all began. And it continues today when I run with my brother John. We mostly run together and encourage each other along the way, but there's still a competitive edge that only exists among siblings. My brothers are two of my very best friends. Also, thank you to my mom for being my biggest and loudest fan, even if she didn't always know what she was shouting about. Both my parents have always been very supportive of everything I do and continue to be to this day. They are still on the sidelines of most of my running races with their cowbells and foam finger. Lastly, I would like to thank my husband and my daughter. They both support me as I continue the next phase of athletic competition, running marathons. It is such a wonderful feeling to have them cheer me on. My husband, Greg, coaches high school sports for Newburyport, although I teach there, so. And he's coached my daughter, Emma, in youth sports. I'm so proud to see how he inspires his high school players and Emma to be the best they can be. It touches my heart to see him coach our daughter. Maybe not the same way my dad coached me, but with the same care and passion. It is that passion that coaches have that give players like me the opportunity to be considered for the Hall of Fame. I hope that by being here tonight and having my plaque hung on the wall will inspire young students and athletes like my daughter to always persevere and be their best. Thank you.